How to use the spin collar accessory in PractiCAD. PractiCAD offers a variety of ways of utilizing spin collars. One way is to create a fitting, catalog it, name it spin collar, and then use it as a tab. There are separate tutorials on building those particular entities. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to use the preset spin collar accessory. The difference between these two methods are the spin collar accessories, when downloaded to PractiCAD, will be reported, but they do not have manufacturing data. Therefore, they cannot be cut. If you'd like to cut your spin collars, you must use the spin collars from your fittings. So you create a new fitting out of round duct and name it spin collar. And there are tutorials on that. However, if you are ordering your spin collars out and you don't need them downloaded to PractiCAD, you just want them on your drawing to attach flex and to report so that you can order the spin collars, you can use the spin collar accessory. Here what we're going to do is go to the accessory panel. We're going to highlight over the spin collar icon, and then what we're going to do is just click on it. Now PractiCAD is going to ask us to please select the fitting. We're going to click on the fitting we'd like to use. PractiCAD is going to open up the collar field or parameter box. Now this box can be repositioned by dragging it by the bar and placing it where we want, and it can be resized like all parameter boxes simply by holding our cursor over the sides or the corners and just stretching the window to make it larger or smaller. Once again, PractiCAD will retain the position and size of the parameter box once you're done using it. Now what we're going to do is choose the location. We're looking at a piece of rectangular duct. You have an in joint and an out joint. Therefore, the placement parameters can be either from the in or out. We're going to say use the placement parameters from the in location or the in joint right here. Now what we're going to do is click on the add checkbox. The green check, once clicked on it, will add a spin collar. For every click, it'll add another spin collar. Notice we can have as many spin collars as you can fit them on the side or any wall of the duct. If you'd like to remove them, just click the delete key. PractiCAD will take them away. Once you have the correct amount, you can choose a type. Now here what we're going to do is choose from a pre-existing drop-down menu. This menu is going to differ from one user to another, and there are separate tutorials on how to build not only spin collar accessories, as we're using them here, but also spin collars as fittings, which can be downloaded and manufactured. In this tutorial, we're going to choose the 12-inch spin. Now we need to choose the placement parameters. We have inset, outset. Notice that as we use the wheel mouse and roll up or down, it's going to move this spin collar up and down the side of the fitting in terms of left and right. The inset, if set to 0, is actually going to put the center of the spin collar even with the in joint because we're holding it by the in. So 0 means right at the end or the center's lined up. If I choose inset to be 18, it means that if I measure the distance from the in joint to the center of the spin collar, it will be 18 inches. Offset controls the properties for up and down placement. Notice as I roll with the wheel mouse up or down, we can choose the offset on the side. If we set the offset to 0, that means it is centered on the center of the side of this duct. Now we're going to choose orientation. Just like tap, we have 4 different places: top, near, bottom, and far, because we're using a rectangular duct. So we have top and bottom placement parameters. Here it's on the top, here it's on the bottom, and then we have near and far. Near is always dictated or classified by the right side of the fitting. And what dictates what the right side of the fitting is if we drew a line from the in joint, which is here where the mouse is, to the out joint, and we looked down that line, the right side is always the near, and the left side is always far, just like our taps in earlier tutorials. So we're going to choose here orientation near. The last choice are the mount parameters. There are only 2 currently, shop and field. Just like taps, if we choose mount shop, PractiCAD will download this piece of rectangular duct to the plasma and cut out a hole to fit this spin collar. If you don't want to pre-cut your holes, you would choose mount field. That means that you're going to cut the hole in the field, and you don't want to send this duct to the plasma, and you don't want it to cut the hole out. So you must choose which one you want. Remember, whatever settings you pick here, PractiCAD is going to remember those settings for the next spin collar you attach. Once you've chosen the proper parameters, we're just going to simply press OK, and we have successfully added a spin collar. If we would like to edit this spin collar, notice when we click on the duct, it is all now one entity. So if we want to edit that spin collar, we must once again go to the spin collar accessory, click on the icon, click on the duct, and once again we'll get our parameter box and we can control all the parameters here. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to delete this spin collar and we're going to press OK. That'll conclude the tutorial on placing spin collars as accessories.